Here we are, boys. Here we are. Let's resume the game. It's Regicide Fortress, as we said before, and looks like Wonder did lose a lot of military units there on the right side. He's left with pretty much only the ones that are inside his base. The fight, in the meanwhile, is going to be switching into this side here. Still has a couple of paladins, quite a nice amount of paladins. Seems to even be matching Juan's number of paladins here. So hopefully for them that is going to work all right. The Mangyudai are there, completely obliterating the plumed archers. It looks to me like Juan is going to come a little bit too late. Or maybe this might just be enough because of the castle going up here for fire. Juan's still waiting a little bit too much right there, I'm afraid. But this is just unbelievable. So many paladins on the right side. So many paladins here on the left side at the same time. And that means the Pike is not quite able to push any longer. He's got, do hope that for him that he will get a couple more Chukonus. He's got 47. I guess considering that Chukonus are not the most expensive of the units, he could eventually afford a couple more. He's got 151 villagers. That does strike me as quite a lot of villagers. I would hope for him that he would be decreasing them. Of course, if I'm not mistaken, the dashboard shows trade cards and villagers as the same. But I guess I can subtract that. Let me go into his point of view. And trade cards is only 16. Yeah, only 16 trade units. That means he's got way too many villagers, in my opinion. Look at that amount of wood. He definitely could afford a couple more Chukonus if he manages to delete a couple of those villagers. The castle here went up for fire. That means a little bit of pushing will be taking place here on the right side. Wonder left with only a couple of paladins, really not enough. Zupi hopefully will be running in inside Wonder's walls. There he is. Did lose a couple of units before doing that. And by doing that actually allows Juan to just run in with those paladins. That might have been a bad option, but looks like Juan did not make use of it. He just runs back straight away. Apparently does want to keep them. Wants to make sure that he's got enough of those right there. And meanwhile, we see here Zupi now switching into onagers, if I'm not mistaken. Juan going to push now into Pike. Not much the Pike could do at this moment, especially considering that Dogon is there with a lot of elite Mangyudais. He's got rams. It's just, I just don't understand. How can these guys be in both sides? They're attacking here, and does not seem to be anything that the Nadya's boys team can do against this. It's just too much army, from the 2k4 team. Amazing performances by Dogon and by Juan here. Amazing, just amazing. And they're going to be pushing here together with fire now. That means that Loiza needs to come there to try and stop that push. She's got a couple of paladins. Not sure those are going to be enough, especially considering that fire should be having a couple of halberdiers. Well, apparently he just lost a couple of them right there, if I'm not mistaken. He had a couple of halberdiers there, but apparently a nice onager shot, a nice siege onager shot, even from Zupi was able to get rid of them. Nice job. Anyway, the opening is there. Will they just want to run in, or will they wait a little bit longer? That's the question. They're still waiting a little bit more. We can see Wonder asking for gold. Apparently he does not have enough gold. He does need more units. He does not have enough units, in my opinion. Only 21. Does need to start getting a couple more. Let me see how will the push here from Pike go. The Pike cannot really push too much. He's fighting alone here versus Juan and Dogon. Dogon keeps being there with a whole lot of elite Mangyudai as well. That makes things so much harder for Pike here. There's not really much that he can do against doing Bombard Towers is the way to go, but Bombard Towers is a very slow push. And Rams are so good against them, and look at Dogon just completely clearing everything. He's still got one of the Rams there. Gonna be trying to snipe down the Siege Onager. There it is. Not enough army from Pike, I'm afraid. Not enough Chukonus. I need more Chukonus here, Pike. Let's switch into the right side once more, and that's Siege Onagers from Dogon as well. Looks like Loiza was able to run in at just the right time. Taking a look at what happened here, looks like there's not much army left there from the 2k4 team. Apparently Loiza, Wonder, and Zupi were able to clear everything that they had there. So a couple of halberdier, a couple of paladin, nothing too major here. Apparently the push was cleared here at the right side. Nice job by the Nadya's boys team. All on Pike once more here on the left side to try to keep pushing more and more. He's fighting pretty much Dogon alone at this point. I am going to assume that Loiza very soon is going to start sending more and more paladins to start to help him. There it is. I see more and more paladins running into his direction. A couple of siege rams there as well. I guess the siege honors is just going to be such a hard thing for Zupi, for Pike to stop on his own. And taking a look at the populations, look like Goku was actually able to go up to Imperial Age. And the dashboard at least tells me so. The dashboard here does not say... Yep, it says here Castle Age, but this one here says Imperial Age. I'm gonna assume that Goku is on Imperial Age. I'm not sure if he's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna try to help his teammates with only bomber towers. I like this a lot. If you can't do any military units, at least do bomber towers. They cost you no population, and they are still very, very effective. I like this a lot here by Goku. Still more and more paladins here coming up from Juan. More halberdiers as well, and this is the moment where Mayan starts to be a little bit useless. There's not really much that I can do against siege onagers. If there wasn't much that I could do against elite Mengudai, something against siege onagers is going to be even harder. But anyway, with the help of Juan, he might be able to do something there. Juan moving in with a whole lot of paladins. He should be bringing a couple more, I would assume. Dogao at the same time bringing in more and more Mengudai. This is a pretty much 3 versus 2 situation here. Only Zupi and Wonder trying to stop this. It's a 3v2 situation. It's going to be hard for them to stop this. Bomber towers going up at the same time as well. Let's see if these ones are going to be enough to stop it. Lagging a little bit too much, unfortunately. Let's hope it's not going to be yet another drop. Would be quite unfortunate. No, game is running. Just please keep on running. Yeah, everybody's still in the game room. Hopefully not a drop. Okay, I guess I can put this back to the normal speed until we catch up to the game time. It's gonna run a little bit faster, but only for a couple of seconds, guys. No panic. See how's the battle going here on the right side. It's a lot of paladins coming in from Juan. Siege onagers from Dogao. Dogao needs to clear the way for paladin from Juan to get in. He's a little bit blocking the way. There it is. He just gave plates now, and there he goes. It's a 3v2 situation here. Fire with the Rams. Rams can be really good in this situation. They could start taking down the bomber towers. They're not a whole lot of them, only 2 to be fair. And I don't see a lot of army from Wonder at this point. The paladins are pretty much gone from Wonder, and that means a 3v1 situation here. And I guess there's still a couple of paladins there from Loiza. Not many left, though, I'm afraid. So it's Juan, it's Dugao, and it's Fire. They're trying to push you from this side, and they're not too far away from the trade. There's still a little bit of ground to gain, but they're not too far away from the trade. Look at that. It's only a couple of tiles away. They are moving in with a lot of Rams as well. And how is Pike doing? How is Pike doing here on this side? Still pushing, but slowly. Too slowly. Just too slow. Where we see Loiza, the first one to switch to Elite War Elephants. Elite War Elephants by Loiza. And if I remember correctly, there's no Persian from the 2k4 team. There it is. No Persians for the 2k4 team. That means no elephants from that for sure. This time the paladins are going to be able to take down the Rams. There it is, but still so many Mengudai here from Dogao with more paladins incoming from behind. I guess this could be yet another close fight. Fire needs to be using his halberdiers at a better spot. I would hope for him to bring them here more into the battle, not stay with them behind, but it looks like that was enough. That was enough here. The paladins from Loiza and the Mengudai from Zupi were enough to clear this here. And once more, that's a 1 battle for them. Yeah, Fire, I would wish that Fire was fighting somewhere else. There's not really much to do over there, Fire. You should be helping your teammates over here, in my opinion. Trying to push here is still Pike. Gaining ground a little bit, but he doesn't seem to have a much army. Let me take a look at it. It's only 27 military units. He does need a lot more for sure. We'll be looking into getting them anytime soon. The fight here apparently still not over, but looks to me like the Nadya Sports team could be winning this fight over here on the right side. Wonder is there with a couple more paladins. Not enough though. Definitely needs a couple more, and Loiza was able to split himself between Pike and Zupi as well. Doing a nice job. Getting an army advantage right there on the right side. And once more, I would hope for Fire to just concentrate his fire somewhere else. Would hope for Fire to concentrate his fire somewhere else. Well, unless he opens a passage here for Dogon to run in with this Mengudai. It's still open. It's still open. This one here is still open. Dogon needs to run in, and they are Xing. Yep, too late. Was a little bit too late. No. Yeah, it's completed. So 555 HP. Dogon was a little bit too late there. There's not many situations when I will have to say that Dogon was too late. But this time he was a little bit too late there. That would have been a nice possibility for them to run in and try to stop the trade of the Nadya's Boys team. And this time, it's the Nadya's Boys team with a little bit of momentum here. A lot of Paladins, a lot of Mangudai, Siege Onagers as well. Going to be able to take down the Trebuchets. There it is. Lost a couple of Siege Onagers in the process, but doing good. Still doing good. Still wonder, where are Wonder's Paladins? Wonder definitely needs to get a couple more Paladins. Only 25 military units. Definitely not enough. Let's try to understand how will the push here go for the Nadya's Boys team. They're trying to push here from the left side as well. I see Elephants from Loiza. I see Chuko Nose from Pike. Still not enough. I'm afraid it's a little bit better than it was before. 40 units by now, but still definitely not enough. The number of villages went down a little bit for him. I'm glad to see that. Definitely did need 150. Still pushing. Slowly but surely still pushing. I guess there's not much to do on Goku. Goku is only going to be making bomber towers, if I'm not mistaken. Even though he seems to have a little bit of military. So apparently he's going to be switching into military units here. There you go. There were a couple of Chukunus there. They just died. But look at these layers of stone walls. It's going to be so hard to get in here. Unless the Siege Onagers here from Zupi come here to this side and try to help the push. Gonna switch once more to the left side. Looks like Juan just got himself trapped there between the military units from Wonder. Nice job here. He will be losing all those Paladins because there's Zupi there shooting upon him with a lot of Mangudais as well. A little bit of a stalemate here. Hard to say who's winning, hard to say who's losing. Dogon still leading in score with an impressive amount of Mangudai throughout the whole game. 54 Mangudai. Most of them are now on the right side, but they were on the left side before at the same time. Look at that. Here they are. Once more, Juan and Dogon splitting themselves in two. And I see monks. I see monks for Goku, so apparently he will keep on slinging. Apparently they need something to counter the elephants. I sort of understand that. The opening was made here. The opening is made here for the Nadya's Boys teams. That means if Zupi wants to come here with the Mangudai, there's a clear path to the trade. Yes, there's a clear path to the trade here. I guess Zupi could be taking advantage of this. Let's try to understand if at some point they will be trying to run in with the elite Mangudais. Getting rid of the trade is such an important game changer at this point in the game when there seems to be a stalemate between two teams. The monks are there, trying to get a couple of conversions on these elite war elephants. They are fully upgraded by now. Even Mangudai struggle to get rid of them, especially with bomber towers close by, especially with Chuko News close by as well. And Dogon just lost everything that he had there. I'm not starting to like the position here for the 2k4 team. The push here on the right side is not being too successful. There's a little bit of a stalemate. Zupi holding on to that push. That means as well at the same time he won't be able to run in with those Mangudai. He needs to keep them on the side to make sure that Wonder will not die. So far, a nice job, a really nice job here by the Nadya's Boys team. Let me try to understand. Oh, unfortunately here for Pike, he allowed Goku to close that again. I guess he can just get rid of that by sending in a couple more elephants, sending in a couple more Chukonos. That's what he's going to do, because Dogon is going to need a little bit more time in order to mass up again those Mangudai. He just lost a whole lot of them. I guess having their Siege Onagers is the way to go for sure. Rams still need to do their job, trying to get inside those walls. It's going to be so important for them. Apparently there's an opening. Or not anymore. That was a lonely Paladin that managed to get in, but if these walls get killed, the Paladins and the elite Mangudai from Zupi could do so much damage into that trade. Oh my god, okay, so here is the opening. Here's the opening. There you go. And I see that Loiza was just able to say that to their teammates. There it is. There's an opening here from the right side. Everything is completely open. They don't need to concentrate too much on the left side. They can just go around here. Make sure that you do that. Don't lose too much time, guys. Time is money. Time is money in this case. Let's try to understand how is Wonder holding on to this. He's being pushed here by Juan. And oh my god, look at the number of paladins for Juan. It just keeps getting more and more. It's 74 paladins from Juan on this side. He's gonna run in with them. I'm not quite sure what he's trying to go with them. Apparently he's gonna suffer a couple of siege onager shots here. I think there's no clear path to the trade. I'm afraid to tell you, Mr. Juan. I do understand what you were trying to do there, but there's no clear path for the trade, I'm afraid. I guess they're making sure that there is none, and Pike was able to pretty much tell his teammates where the holes are, apparently there. But that's it, I don't see any other hole, so that's gonna be a little bit of a wasted use of paladins. Still losing too much time here, Just go, Loiza and Pike, concentrate your efforts, try to go in here, try to go for the trade. Look at that, look at that bomber tower wall here by Juan. Juan playing like a true monster himself, I feel like. So many paladins, so many bomber towers. Just an amazing play by Juan and Dogon, I feel like. The right side seems to be under Nadya's boys' control. They are not pushing, but are not getting pushed either. Loiza himself splitting pretty much between two sides. He's got paladins on the right side. He's got elite war elephants on the left side. And doing that, he will be able to keep his teammate. He will be able to keep Wonder pretty much safe. Wonder trying to get rid of these Castle from Fire who've been there for such a long time. It looks like they're going to give up on this push from this side, and they're just gonna concentrate their efforts from here. I guess that works too. Not so many bombard towers. They need a couple more rams, I feel like. Pike should be having a lot more rams here. Only 2 or 3 are not going to be enough, even though elephants pretty much tank all the damage that they need to. It's going to be really hard for them to stop this. Dogon needs to concentrate a lot on this side. Goku needs to be on point with the conversions. I'm afraid he started converting a little bit too late. He will get 1 or 2 elephants, not more, maybe 3 at the very most. Still feels to me like that was a little bit too late for Goku to start with the conversations. Well, we're just getting another lag spike. Hopefully everything is going to be fixed here. The castle is going down here for Fire. It's going to go down, that's for sure. And he held on to it for such a long time. Nice job here by Fire. And the paladins seem to be finally coming for Wonder. It's 40 paladins by now. That number could still rise a lot more to 60, but getting 40 is already a very nice start for Wonder here. They're finally starting to push back here on the right side, and on the left side they are pushing. They are pushing quite strongly. The siege onagers from Wonder, from Dogon, are going to be a danger, though. Are going to be a lot of danger, even for elephants. Let me see if Dogon is going to be able to stop this with this amount of siege onagers. Pike needs to be so careful with those Choconos. A little bit of a misplay, and there it is, and that's the GG Choconos for him. So far, he's been able to do the right thing and not lose many of them. He's got more Rams by now. I think this was what I was missing. I guess at this point, with so many siege onagers, Rams are not gonna quite cut it. I guess the trebuchets will need to do the job. There's way too many siege onagers here from Dogon, way too many Mengurai. It's just a beast performance from Dogon altogether, I feel like. Take a look at a couple of the flares. Apparently Juan was able to get in with a couple of paladins. Not too many though, so I feel like Zupi doesn't really need to be chasing them with this amount of Mengurai. As far as I could see, those were like, yeah, it's like 8 or 7 paladins. Really not worth sending like 30 Mengurai to chase them, in my opinion. Look at the number of siege onagers. Look at the number of siege onagers here by Dogon. Monks there from Goku are gonna help for sure. Meanwhile, on the right side, this is pretty much a 2-on-2 fight now with Mayans and Spanish here. That's Fire and Juan trying to fight Spanish and Mengurai. That's Mongols being played by Zupi. And this is where the Mayan pick is going to be hurting them because they are missing a civilization with a very strong army composition when, for the first time in the game, the Nadya's boys team have taken the score lead. Lois is going to be concentrating on the right side as well. And that means things are going to get a little bit ugly here, I'm afraid. But what's more, look at the amount of paladin. This is just unbelievable. No matter how many times Juan loses his paladins, he always manages to get the numbers back up. Once more back to 70 paladins here. It's still gonna be pretty much a 3v2 situation, and Fire does not have a strong army composition. There's nothing that he can do with Mayans. Plume Dodgers are not going to be able to do anything whatsoever. And Halberdier are going to be an easy prey to those elite Mangyudai from Zupi as well. So let's see how this fight is going to go for them. One moving in. It's a lot of paladins. It's a lot of paladins, guys. Halberdier on the way as well. Zupi needs to reposition his army, making sure that Juan is going to be facing Mangyudai Fire. Good thing for them here is that Juan is not quite able to bring all of his paladins into place. And why is Wonder splitting himself too? I would have wished for Wonder to stay here. Let me see what's going to happen here. The siege honors are there. A lot of trebuchets firing upon these castles too as well. That castle's going to go up. It's going to go down. There it is. The Halberdier, interesting enough, doing the job, it seems. One staying himself a little bit further behind. Wants to ring-mass a little bit more. I did wonder why was actually Wonder splitting himself too much by going to that side. Let's try to understand what's happening here on the left side. Looks like they will once more switch places and try to go from here. Goku was able to close that at the very last second, but why don't you just run from here? It's something that I don't get it. It looks like Pike now learned this lesson, and there it is. The way is open for the paladins from Loiza to just run in. The elephants are right there waiting to be useful as well. A whole lot of bombard tower wall here being put up by one, and a lot more bombard towers in the back as well. This is going to be a very hard push, but they need to make sure that they can get as much army inside as possible. The Mangyudai from Zupi are ready. The Mangyudai from Zupi are ready. They can just run in. There's still not enough walls to stop Zupi from just going in and camp under the trade. And I think that's exactly what this is going to be. This is what this is all about. Zupi, just make sure that you get in there, sir. Get in there, sir. Don't you start running in circles. I'm afraid he is running in circles. Sir, try to get here. I think it's still open as far as I can tell. There's still an opening there. There it is. The opening is still there. The Rams are doing the job here. The siege onagers from Dogon trying to stop the Rams. It's only one at this point. Do keep in mind that Dogon needed to go to the right side, and the right side indeed is looking good here for the 2k4 team. The Paladins, the 70 Paladins, and the Mangyudai for Dogon are doing the trick here, but they are still so far away from the trade on this right side, while the left side could get in there with the Mangyudai from Zupi. Where are they? Where are the Mangyudai? Are they running towards the trade? Are you doing that, Zupi? No, looks like they were those? I think those were. I am afraid for Zupi, those were Zupi's Mangyudais, and apparently it just got completely obliterated by siege onagers. I'm really going to Zupi's point of view to try to understand where his Mangyudai are. Taking a look at the number of... No, he still got 90 military. He still has to have them alive. Let me try to understand where. I see the siege onagers. I don't see the Mangyudai. I don't see the Mangyudai for Zupi. Yeah, I'm afraid those were the ones that just got completely obliterated by the siege onagers of Dogon. Anyway, they're not there. Seems like they went here to the right side, and this time is Wonder with a very nice amount of paladins himself. This game is just so back and forth, back and forth. 60 paladins here by Wonder when the 2k4 team takes back the score lead. Such a close game still, such a close game in my opinion. Looks like Goku is now trying to push here from the left side. I can't see much happening from that. I'm afraid to say for Goku. One Ram is not quite going to cut it. A couple of Mangyudais are going to be able to just stop this with no problem. And things are going to get serious here. Look how many monks from Goku as well. Look how many monks from Goku. Those are 60 monks, if I'm not mistaken, together with the paladins that he was able to convert. But the Rams are there. Please attack the castle, Pike. Do it, do it. So many Rams. This is the Ram train that I was hoping to see a couple of minutes back. Juan once more is there with a lot of paladins. Looks like there's just not enough army there to stop the paladins from Juan. And Dogon once more at the right time, at the right place. We'll be able to clear this here together with Juan. The castle goes up, so it's a small but an important victory for them here. It's going to be a little bit easier to push next time, but still quite hard. Dogon is having such an amazing game. Such an amazing game, and that means he will need to concentrate once more here on the right side because it's going to be a 3v1 situation. Dogon is there, but not with enough Mangyudais. Wonder finally managed to get those high numbers of paladins into the game. 65 by now. Very impressive number by Wonder indeed. Fight still sort of going in favor of the 2k4 team here. I feel like Wonder and Lois are fighting too much alone. Zupi was not positioning his Mengudais too good in my opinion. Needs to make sure that the Mengudai get rid of the Halberdiers. But there it is, they're still being able to clear this. A lot of rams from Zupi. Can be able to take down the bomber towers. That's their first step. And this number of monks is just unbelievable. It's just an unbelievable number of monks here by Goku. Absolutely unbelievable number of monks. I guess the paladins are just not going to be enough, but he needs to be watching this. He does not want to lose everything to a couple of paladins only. He will be losing a couple of those, that's for sure, but I think he will be able to save most of them. There it is. Monks are safe for now. Once more, it's still going. And Juan making sure that their team is back in the game. So much army from both these players. Incredible performances. Zupi with 93 units himself, doing a nice job here. Apparently they were just able to clear everything that Goku had there. There's not much to be fair, but that means that Zupi can now make a better use of these Mengudais. We definitely need those Mengudais somewhere where they can be a little bit more useful on the push, either on the left side or on the right side. The left side here not looking too bad anymore for the 2k4 team. They were getting pushed. We're able to clear that with a lot of monks and paladins, therefore, for the Chinese, something we don't see every day. The Chinese paladin, the siege onagers there from Dogon are going to be able to stop the rams as well. So it looks like they're reshifting their attention to this spot right here. I guess it's a little bit of a waste of time, I guess. But the rams are real. A whole lot of rams going here means they still need to fight a little bit here in order to get to the most important spot. Of course, Goku and Dogon are going to be on top of things. Just move their armies into the right spot. Dogon needs to go back a little bit, make sure that he does not lose too much. Juan moving in at the same time with his army of paladins as well. And apparently, it looks like Pike is going to be switching into some cavalry, doing the husbandry upgrade. That means the speed upgrade for the cavalry units. The right side, a little bit of a stalemate. No one seems to be winning, no one seems to be losing. Things could maybe change once Zupi gets in with those elite Mengudai. Those are a whole lot of elite Mengudai. And let's see how well this fight go for them here. I guess the camels is a good idea for Pike. Pike was able to switch into camels. I guess they will be able to do a little bit of a better job than the Chukunus were doing. But what about this push, guys? What about this push? Are they just gonna move straight into the right side? I guess that could be an option. I guess so. Walking too much though, I'm afraid. And look at Dogon just following with the siege onagers and with the Mengudai. This guy knows exactly where he needs to be. Mengudai from Zupi just wandering a little bit too much around. I guess if this was the point, it's actually a good idea. Get their attention somewhere else and push from the left side. Is this what this is all about? That might be the case, and if that is the case, I don't dislike the strategy. Could actually work, The Rams need to start doing the job. With those camels there and more bombard towers. Looks like Pike could be able to push a little bit more over that side. See what happens here. Dogon once more on top of things. On the right side, on the left side. And looks like a massive attack is gathering here. Armies are gathering here on the right side. So many paladins, so many Mengudai. Elephants there as well. The siege onagers from Dogon are there. Once more, Dogon knows where he needs to be. Let's see how well this fight go on. These are so many Mengudai for Zupi. Let's see how the fight will go. Wonder as well with a very impressive number of paladins. It's going to be a 3v2 situation. Looks like one coming a little bit too late for the party. The Rams are going to start doing the damage. Paladins only now during the party. Zupi splitting himself a little bit too much. I hope for him to just gather his army in one place and try to fight it like that. The siege onagers are still alive for Dogon, but he's not using them in a very good manner, so that means they're not going to be very useful for this fight here. But looks like the paladins from Juan once more are going to be solving their problems, or are these elite Mingudai from Zupi still going to be enough to tackle this? Let me see. Yeah, looks like Zupi is doing a nice job with a Mingudai. Juan does not feel safe staying there, wants to go back a little bit more. The monks are on the way as well. What about Pike? What is Pike doing at the same time? Pike trying to push here from this side. He's doing a good job. Gaku does not have anything right here. He's got everything on the right side. So this is the time where Pike needs to push now and needs to push fast. Once more, there's an opening here to the trade, but Dogon is there with a couple of elite Mingudai trying to stop them. And once more, looks like the attack failed here. A lot of paladins still alive for Juan. A lot of Mangudai too as well, so maybe they still have a little bit of a chance here. 30 paladins for Wonder. 54 for Juan. A very impressive number indeed. Need to go back a little bit more. Remass the armies. Try to get those numbers up once more. Try to do another attack. While Pike is going to be doing his job here alone. But that means that if the fight is won on the right side, the left side is going to be cleared once more, because Pike cannot do everything alone. Juan back in the left together with Dogon. It's just a back and forth, or left and right in this case. Left and right. The team that wins on the right side ends up losing on the left side, and so on and so forth. Incredibly close game. If you guys just tuned in, we are in the last and decisive game of this series, Nadya's boys against 2k4MyAss. The team that wins here is going to move on in the tournament to the semi-final, where the top 4 teams of this tournament will meet. Mingudai's remass here by Zupi. Zupi with 82 military units. Zupi himself having an incredible game here. All the game with such a high amount of military units. Wonderful job by him. He's waiting for Wonder to gather a little bit of army himself. What's happening there? I think they want to close that. Is that what this is about? Yep, they want to close that. Make sure there's no opening. Just to be extremely safe, make sure there's no opening there. Once more, let me take a look at what's happening here on the left side. Elephants trying to move in. The elephants from Lois are trying to move in here on the left side. A lot of rams. It's a slow push, but it's an effective push, I feel like. They will be able to keep pushing slowly but surely. And this time, Dogon can't really be fully on the right side. He needs to do something about this here on the left side. That means that they could take this opportunity to attack here on the left side. And once more, Zupi, please be there. Be there, Zupi, be there. You need to take care of the halberdiers. There you go. He comes back. He knows that he needs to be there. He needs to get rid of the halberdier from fire. If he manages to do that, that would be a very nice first step to get a better push here on this side. Halberdier are pretty much dead, and once more, that's the problem of having a Mayan player. Having a Mayan player means they will miss one player with a very nice, very strong army composition in Imperial Age. This fight is going sort of good here, Wonder needs to be concentrating on the siege onagers of Dogon. Looks like Zupi just slashed a whole lot of Mingudai to those siege onagers. Wonder doing whatever he can in order to clean the siege onagers. It looks like he will be able to do that. There it is, only 3 missing, 4 missing. That means Zupi could now try to go in, and Wonder himself switching into BBC instead of Rams. I like this a lot as well. BBC have such an attack, such a mobility that is so important in this kind of games. The push happening here on the left side. The camels are there. A lot of elite elephants as well, and the rams keep doing the job. This looks like it's a hard fight here for the 2k4 team. Dogon does not have a lot of Mangudai on this left side. The paladins from Juan will be needing to do the job, but taking that hill looks like it will be able to save them, which is keep them into the game for a little bit longer. I do feel like they are being pushed on both sides, but this hill is going to provide really useful for them. Maybe that is going to be a very important thing. But with this way open, I think this is going to be the first raid on the trade of the 2k4 team. Very nice raid at the same time. Looks like Fire is trying to do something here. Trying to push here into the trade. Apparently Zupi is right there waiting for him, so maybe not much is going to be able to happen there. In the meanwhile, Paladins are moving straight into the trade line. Here we go. He's going to start taking down that. There it is. The Rams are going to be taken care of by Zupi. Zupi was looking at this. He's going to make sure that there's no way this Ram's going to get in. What he has to do here at the right side. The push is slow, but it's happening. It's a slow push, but it is happening. It's what I feel like, at least. Gathering more and more army here. The Paladins are still there from Loiza, doing the first raid attempt here on the 2k4 team. Juan is going to make sure that they can clean this with no problem. Dogo, in the meanwhile, was able to mess up the Mangudai numbers once more. Look at that. 51 Mangudai. Once more. Okay, is this the time? Is this the time, guys, where Zupi is gonna run in with those Mangudais? I guess he's just sending them here to clear the Rams, but once they are cleared, is this the time where Zupi is just gonna run into the trade? Or is it closed now? Did they manage to close it once more? Yes, they were trying to do that. Zupi a little bit too late with that, but maybe from the right side, is there gonna be a way where they can run in? Not from here, I'm afraid. Still holding on to this. Fire and Juan. Dogo not on the right side of this time. 46 units here by Wonder. Needs a couple more in order to be effective. So many Mangudai at the same time. And this is the time where I wish a couple of Rams would be there. Or at least the BBC for Wonder. He's missing a couple of BBC. The Rams are there. I guess the Rams could be very useful now to take care of those bomber towers. And what about the push here on the left side? What about that push? That push looks like it's going really good here for the 2k4 team. They will be able to hold on to that. Okay, spies. So they're trying to find out about the king's positions. Everybody trying to find out about the king's position. I guess. Do keep in mind, this is, it's a very nice idea, actually, a really nice idea. And do keep in mind, this is a regicide game, so that means that if the kings from one of the players is dead, he's going to be out of the game. And this spies means that the enemy is going to have a small pick, a fast peek, and will be able to know where the king of their opponents are. It's only short peek. That means the players after that will be able to just remove their kings or put them in some place where it's safe. I would assume none of them would be so careless to leave the king in a front size. I would assume everybody would have their kings at the back side. There it is, the king for Pike, even walling in his castle to make sure that he's safe. Nice job there by Pike. Push here on the left side, not going too forward. The walls are there all the way across the map, so nice job here by Juan. They're massing up a little bit of army, and I do have the feeling that they keep on having a little bit more and more of momentum. My feeling is that the Nadya's boys team, even though the score does not show it, they're in a little bit of a better position, while Fire seems to be switching into Elite Evil Warriors. I'm not sure about this. We have to wait and figure out if that was the right decision. In the meanwhile, the Mangudai are going to be clearing that Paladins here from Juan. No problem whatsoever. That castle's going to be an easy prey to these Trebuchets and the Siege Onagers as well. This means yet another castle's going to fall here for Fire. We don't have many left, I'm afraid. Paladin's going to try and snipe the Trebuchets. One of them is down. The second one is going to suffer the same fate, I'm afraid. Taking a look at the flaring, looks like the team, the Nadya's boys team, is going to try to push from this side here. The score is just incredibly close, such a close game. Slight advantage, in my opinion, for the Nadya's boys team. They seem to be the team pushing on the left side. They seem to be the team pushing on the right side as well. And the civilizations definitely favor them, in my opinion. 2k4 team went for a Mayan civilization. That means they will lack a strong late Imperial composition. Neither plumed archers or elite eagle warriors are considered top units for a late Imperial game. They do have siege rams, but of course, with Mengudais in the gameplay, there's not much that siege rams are going to be able to do. One just putting up a wall of bomber towers. Look at that wall of bomber towers. But the push is happening here slowly but surely. I do feel like looks like Wonder now concentrating on more bomber towers. Still missing a couple of paladins. I would wish for him to have a couple more paladins. When Loiza seems to be coming at the same time. What about the push? What about the push? The push is moved to this side here. The push is moved to this side. Where is Pike? Where is Pike? I don't see Pike's army. Okay, it is here. They will try to get in from a place. Looks like we'll try to get in from here. And I like that. That's only one layer. That's only one layer of stone wall. This thing here is open. That means they could run in with Mengudai if they manage to get in there. Or alternatively, they could just concentrate everything on the right side, because Goku won't be pushing from the left side, that's for sure. So maybe just completely focusing on the right side could be an option for them at this point. More monks, more Mengudai. More siege onagers. This could be a nice shot. There it is. What a nice shot here into Dogon's Mengudai. Those were like 50 Mengudai that just got obliterated by that siege onager shot from Zupi from the top of a hill with 2 siege onagers. What a nice shot from Mr. Zupi right there. Every little win, every little progress here matters. Every bit of terrain, of ground that they can gain matters. And they seem to be doing a nice job at that. Getting closer and closer to the score lead. The opening is there. I don't see much army from fire at this point. He's trying to remass here at the right side. Of course, those elite eagle warriors are fully upgraded by now. But I just feel like elite eagle warriors, even though they've got such an amazing HP, are not really going to be able to do anything against paladins in Mengudai, let alone against these numbers of Mengudai and paladins. Looks like that is indeed what they are going to try and do. Just concentrate everything here on the right side. Let's see if this is going to be their final push. If this is the moment where they will be able to clear everything here. Juan going in once more with a paladin. This time only 53 paladins. Not the 70 that we saw before. But still, it's going to be pretty much a 4 versus 3 situation. I do miss Loiza though. I do miss Loiza. Where is Loiza with his units? Apparently they were trying to get in here. Were not quite successful with that. I can see the flares going up. That means where there's still a couple of holes, where there's still a couple of openings. I assume that's what Pike is trying to tell his teammates. There are openings here. There are openings here as well. That's what he pointed out at least. We need Loiza to mass up those elite elephants. 51 military units. This would be good to have all of those be elephants instead of paladins, because Wonder does seem to have enough at this point. 58 paladins. Needs to be really careful with these SO shots. Dogon paying attention to that. Gonna make sure there's no way that Wonder can run in like that completely alone. Let's see if this is gonna work for them. This is just so dangerous. This is so dangerous. Zupi does not want to lose everything that he's got there. Meanwhile, trying to get in here from the left side is Pike with a couple of camels. Still missing a couple of ramps if he really wants to be effective with those. The push is gonna be real, boys. The push is gonna be real. Look at fire massing up. We're gonna see a battle of epic proportions here. this last game, and what a close game this is proven out to be. The last and decisive match, so close. Still not easy to tell who is going to win this. The scores are still favoring Team 2k4MyAss, but they seem to be pushed from the right side here. And Nadya's boys' teams are not very far away from the trade. I do wonder why is Fire running in like that alone. Not going in with everything, that's true. But anyway, apparently Zupi just missed this, so he will lose a couple of siege honor, just a little bit unnecessary there. I'm afraid the patrol just bugged out a little bit for him. Look at those walls, look at those walls. Nothing to do, Pike. I think you just need to reshift your intention to the right side. As he's trying to mess up a little bit here as well, just to keep Goku busy. I guess that's the reason why he's doing this. And indeed, he's keeping Goku busy here with heavy scorpions with monks. While the rest of the team tries to be useful here at the right side. Looks like apparently they will switch positions, try to start attacking from this position here. The elephants are a little bit delayed to the party, to join the party, but it's double paladins. Let's see if the siege onagers are going to be able to fire a couple of nice shots. So far, not a single shot fired by those siege onagers. Soapy, let's make sure they can fire at least one shot. As far as I can see, not a single fire was shot from those siege onagers. And Dogo himself has still got a couple of siege onagers of his own. And there it is. Looks to me like this battle could be won by them once more. Or maybe not, or maybe not. Let's see, the siege onagers are still there, but Soapy still's got a whole lot of Mengyu Dai. Poison himself has got a couple of elephants as well. So I guess Fire just lost everything that he had when it comes to those elite Eagle Warriors, but they are so fast to remass. No winners and no losers, in my opinion. No winners, no losers. No ground gains, no ground lost for either team. Time to try to take a look at what is Pike doing in this moment. Trying to push from here. There's going to be really hard to push from there, I'm afraid. And the wood is going to start to run out. So let's take a look at the wood. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Players running completely out of wood. They will be needing to buy it. I would assume there's no wood left in the map. Let me try to take a look at it. Yep, no wood left in the map. Absolutely no wood left in the map. I think this is the last thing that is.
Food, please.
So they will be needing to buy. They'll need to keep buying wood. And that means the more wood they buy, the less there will be available in the market. And finally, Pike joining the party with a couple of heavy camels as well. This time is going to be a 4 versus 3 fight. Goku is not there. Pike still needs to get a couple more heavy camels, I feel like. Have a look at that. Look at Juan. Just so many monks. So many monks. Apparently he himself switched to monks instead of letting Goku do it. And that means Goku can now start joining the party. He's going to come a little bit too late. Scorpions are slow units, of course. But these are Chinese scorpions. Very, very strong units. 16 plus 5. They do get an extra attack from the rocketry upgrade, the unique technology of the Chinese. Fire massing up those elite Eagle Warriors. And these are a whole lot of elite Eagle Warriors, let's be fair. Look at that. 81 military units for Fire. Nice job right there. 81 military units for Loiza too. I failed to see where he's trying to push with them though. Oh, nice snipe here by Pike. Making sure that Goku will not have any army left. Very nice thing by him there. The wood is just about to run out here. There's nothing left, and there it is. It just ran out. Only this one here missing. Both teams know wood. I was just crawl around. Pike was able to save up a little bit. Yeah, but all in all, it's a very short amount of wood for everybody. more and more walls. When Pike is still trying to push from here with a couple of rams, a couple of trebuchets there, trying to be funny as well. Even trying to go here from this left spot as well. And looks like this is time for the Nadya's boys teams to start using the spies to get intel on the position of the enemy's king. This is Juan moving in alone. I'm not sure this was the right engagement for you, sir. He's moving alone, completely alone. Juan is going to be losing a whole lot of paladins. Is this the moment? Is this the moment where the Nadya's boys team could take opportunity of this? The elephant's a little bit misplaced. Come on, Loisa. Come on, Loisa. Go to the right side. What is Fire trying to do here? What is Fire trying to do here? He will be trying to push from this side. Well, Wonder, please tell me your king is not there, Wonder. Please tell me that's not your king. That could prove to be really hard for you, sir. Fire indeed managed to do a sneaky push right there. Anyway, that fight was definitely won here by the Nadya's boys teams, at least for now. The siege onagers are still going to be such a pain to clear. And it's a couple of BBC or trebuchets or rams are going to be needed in order to get rid of those bomber towers. And oh my god, Wonder, please tell me that your king is not there. Okay, he's running back with it. Nice job, Wonder. Well done. That was indeed a very hard spot to leave your king in. The siege onagers are just too much for the Nadya's boys team to take. The siege onagers for the go is just too many. Not much that he can do to stop that. Well, we seem to have a pause. Hopefully a pause and not a drop. Yeah, game goes back on running, so only a pause, no drop. One gonna keep on remassing and remassing. And when the wood starts running out, that means the food at some point will start running out too, of course. That means everything they've got is gold. They need to start buying all their resources. What is happening here? I see them running back. Why they're running back? As far as I can see, there's no trade raining going on. Oh my god! I see why. Because Pike managed to get in here from the left side. I'm afraid there's not too much that he can do with camels only. This will be an easy clean. It will be an easy clean here for Dogon or even for Juan. But what about here? What about here? Zupi has got a whole lot of Mengudai still and a lot of elephants as well. Still need those rams to come in place, but it's gonna get harder and harder to get rams when the wood is completely out of the map. Goku would not pay attention to these monks. He just lost a whole lot of them. The first obstacle is done, but there's still a lot more to come. And just as we suspected, the push here from Fire was not very successful. He still got a whole lot, a very nice amount of Eagle Warriors. That's 100 military units here for Fire. Maybe that is going to be a nice thing for them. Let's see if they will be able to push from this side. Boys are taking measures against this, sending a couple of paladins to the right side. But once more is Juan and Dogon on top of the situation. And it looks like these Mengudais here from Zupi are not going to be able to do much. There it is, Mengudais are gone, just like that. Still see a couple of fighting going on here on the trade. So nice job here. Apparently Pike made it to the trade line. Dogon's there to try to take care of those camels. Is there anything coming from this side apart from the camels? Is there anything at all coming from this side? Apparently not. Zupi does not seem to be anywhere near that spot. And with the lack of wood, it's going to be so hard to get more and more Mengudais. Meanwhile, take a look at the right side. Fire's still doing a nice job here. He's got a whole lot of elite Eagle Warriors still. It's quite impressive, the number of of Elite Eagle Warriors that he has managed to pull up. Of course, when we say that the mains don't have a very strong unit composition in late Imperial, of course you can make their units strong if you mass them like this, like Fiery is doing here with 100 units. And look at that, it seems to be killing the Paladins, double Paladins. Look at how strong these Elite Eagle Warriors are when massed in that manner. He will end up losing them apparently, but still with quite a nice fight for him, I feel like. Trebuchets are gonna get cleared here by Juan. Still a lot of monks here from Juan at the same time, trying to get a couple of conversions. Unfortunately for him, he's gonna lose a couple of them, not to say all of them, to the Paladin of Wonder. At the same time, shooting from behind are the Siege Onagers for Dogon. Those have been there for ages, I feel like. Apparently, the left side is now completely clear of any danger. And this is Pike now with an impressive amount of camels. That's 81 camels. Apparently they're still going to try to push from this side. Maybe that could be a nice idea considering that Dogon is moving away with a Mengyudai. Goku alone is probably not going to be able to do it on his own. Even though he's got a couple of siege onagers there from Dogon. What about this? What about this? They're doing a nice job here. Nice job here. With a couple of elephants, apparently not enough. And this is Zupi still so afraid of losing all those Mengyudai to the siege onagers from Dogon. These ones have been there for ages. It's unbelievable that Dogon has actually managed to keep them alive for such a long time. In the meantime, the push here on the left. Let me see, is that going to give them any kind of advantage? Let's try to understand. The Paladins from Loiza are there. Paladins from Loiza. Siege Onagers from Dogon. A lot of monks from Goku. And an incredible amount of camels at the same time as well. Both players keep on using spies to make sure that they get enough info about the position of the enemy's king. Warriors just lost a castle here, if I'm not mistaken. There it is. That castle is gone for fire. There's a double stone wall here, triple here, and one layer here. So it's going to be hard to push from that side. I guess they do need to concentrate over here. A small mistake could cost any team the game. Need to keep concentrated and make sure no mistakes. Apparently the raid was not very successful there on the left side. Dogon just came back with his Mengyudai. That means Loiza is going to be moving away with those. Same thing for Pike. Maybe once more they're going to concentrate their efforts in the right side. Right side is the one closest to trade, I feel like. There are not so many stone walls here. A couple are there, but not a whole lot of them. And this is the time where Wonder is going to be doing monks himself. I don't wonder why is that going to be. Is he maybe going to try and convert the siege onagers from Dogon? If that is his idea, I do like it a lot. I do like it a lot, this option for Wonder. Anyways, if everything else doesn't work, trying new stuff is the only way to go, of course. These onagers are proving to be so hard to kill. Was amassing a very nice amount of elephants there. Paladins on the way from the left side. Pike will be joining the party really soon as well. Here they go. Got a lonely villager here in an impossible mission trying to get through a stone wall. It's gonna take you a couple of minutes, I'm afraid, my friend. Okay, let's see how will this go here for Wonder. I'm afraid for him that he did lose a couple of his monks. Many of them are still alive, though. We'll be trying to convert the elite Eagle Warriors here from fire. It's gonna be a hard task, because do keep in mind, elite Eagle Warriors have got a conversion resistance. They even got an attack bonus against monks as well. But there it is. Loiza is there. But where is Loiza with the other elephants? Going to try to push here from the right side. Yep, that's the place where they're going to try and push. I guess Fire needs to start moving on that villager, and of course Soupy needs to be on point, needs to make sure that there's no chance for Fire to do that. There's going to be an opening here. There's going to be an opening here. There it is. The opening is there. I guess they need to just be really fast. They're still open here as well, but Fire knows that very well. He's gonna go there with the villager, making sure that he can close everything. But this is a whole lot of units trying to move into the trade. And do keep in mind, if players lose trade, there's no way they can bring them back. Trade cards cost wood, and wood is something that is not available anymore in the map. Oh wait, is the relic really... Oh my god, is the relic really blocking the way? I think it is. I think it is. That relic, man, that relic has just blocked them the way. So unfortunate here. Anyway, nothing is going to stop them from just clearing the left side of those walls. Nothing is going to stop them from doing that. But that is going to give enough time for Fire and Dogon to move there. Same thing applies to Juan, of course, who's going to be moving his 60 paladins all the way to the right side to try and fight this. The path is soon to be cleared, but here they are, the Siege Onagers. The Siege Onagers, the ones that have been such a pain for the Nadya's boys team to fight. I do wonder if it wouldn't be a nice option for Zupi to start doing a couple of Siege Onagers himself. Looks like he wants to stick with the trebuchets. Apparently the path is still not open. As far as I can see, there's no raiding attempt here from this side. Nothing happening from here as well. Pike's still trying to do whatever he can. Got a lot to fight though. It's got a lot to do before he can actually get in there. We'll still need to get rid of these bombard towers in the process as well. Soon to be clear, very, very soon to be clear is that wall here. These 3 layers of stone wall that Fire was able to put up there. And oh my god! The number of Elite Eagle warriors just went up to 115. 115 Elite Eagle warriors. Really nice job here by Fire, massing up those numbers. But oh my god, I feel it coming. The epic battle, and each time every team loses units, it's just gonna get harder and harder to remass them. With the wood gone, that means the food is gonna run out as well. And that means no more paladins, no more Mengudai. I would wish to see Pike just moving all the way across to the right side of the map. There's not really much to take from this side here. The right side is his only option. One of the Siege Onagers has finally been killed, and there he goes. There he goes. Wonder's the first one to walk in, needs to go to the side to make sure that his teammates are gonna have enough space to run in. Of course, Dogon's so smart, just places down, parks his Mengudai between houses to make sure that the paladins are not gonna quite be able to run in. The elephants are the last ones to run in, and here we go. The epic battle is gonna take place. Fire now moving in. The Siege Onagers are there. We need to try to figure out if there's any team that will try to get rid of the Siege Onagers. This is such an important battle. Wonder does not have many paladins left. On the bright side, look at that shot from the Siege Onagers. Look at this shot. He needs to be careful, cannot kill his own teammates. The elephants seem to be doing here a very nice job. Someone needs to get rid of these Siege Onagers. I guess it's really easy to say, hard to do. Zupi, of course, wants to stay in the back because he needs to make sure that the Mengudai are gonna stay alive. With these Onagers, it's just gonna be such a pain to kill. Lois is the first one who tries to move in with the elephants. They can tank so much damage. But by doing that, I'm not sure that he's going to be able to keep them alive. Well,